welcome to another episode of D.E N CITY Tonight. I'm Frank Dez. This is episode 6. How is everybody doing? I hope they're doing well. We're gonna try a couple of new things today because I got a couple of new toys. I was trying to stream from another app, but it didn't work, so I kind of went back to my phone. So I'm a little bit late today. But how's everybody doing? What's up, Lyric? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Hope you can stay for a little bit. Let's start off with this.
He's sitting on 7-14. Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7-15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron. The fireworks are going. Henry Aaron is coming around third. His teammates are at home plate.
And basically, I just wanted to start off the show by saying rest in peace to Hank Aaron, who passed away this week at the age of 86. I'm not sure what it was that he passed of, but we lost a great member of the Hall of Fame, great member of Major League Baseball, pioneer, a person who dealt with a lot, racism, colorism, and persevered. Not only was he the home run king for, 30-something years, but he's also like one of the leaders in RBIs. He has so many different titles. He's not just a home run king. And let's all remember Hank Aaron, for a great player, a great individual. And rest in peace. He'll be missed. So, how's everybody doing this week? You guys doing okay? A lot of stuff still going on. In the sports world, a lot of stuff still going on. The Super Bowl has officially been set. The two teams that are going to be in the Super Bowl are set. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The last games were just played. Kansas City took out Buffalo. And my man Tom Brady, who I can't stand because I'm a Giant fan and a Jet fan, but really a Giant fan. My man Tom Brady, who I can't stand. I don't know, it's got to be the goal. He beats Aaron Rodgers, at home. I mean, what are you going to do? This guy's been to, there's like 10 Super Bowls now. 10 Super Bowls. He's won 6. What are you going to do? You got to give props where props is due. You know what I mean? You definitely got to give props where props is due. But definitely some controversy. You got a couple of the sportscasters on ESPN has some things to say. Let's check out Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. You see, like I said, I have new toys that I'm playing with, and so we're going to see how they work.
He's sitting on 7.
It's also Matt LaFleur's responsibility to recognize the fact that I've got this bad man, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going down with the ship. He coached scared, he choked, and at the end of the day, this will be a lasting memory as far as I'm concerned. I got more to say, but the floor is yours.
He did.
He's got more to say. Stephen A. never has a little bit to say, so he'll get back to it. Let's check out Max.
Choke. He absolutely choked. If by he you mean Aaron Rodgers, why are you trying to shift the blame off of Aaron Rodgers? Read my lips. Aaron Rodgers choked.
Whoa!
Aaron Rodgers choked.
I haven't heard anybody say that.
Here's the bottom line. He and Tom Brady were playing each other, and there was enormous legacy on the line. Enormous. Because people like me, and I really believe, I'm shocked that it went down the way it did. Fuck, man. Everyone knows Rodgers is better than Brady. Talk to anyone who's played against either guy. They're like, of course Rodgers is better. Rodgers has all the decision-making plus much more talent.
Well, I mean, that's these guys say. These guys will go at it. I love when they go at it. I don't always agree with Max. I don't always agree with Steven, but I kind of agree with Max Kellerman this time. I think that, especially on that last play, that last third down play, Rodgers had an opportunity. There was nobody ahead of him. he could have ran it straight in for a touchdown, or at least got into maybe the 2-yard line, and that would have made it a lot easier for the coach to decide to go for it on 4th down. But
Brady was going to be great wherever he was, but lucky that he was with Belichick. And I don't care how loaded the Bucs are. Brady went to 9 Super Bowls with Belichick, barely lost 3 of them. And then goes to Tampa, and I don't care how loaded they are. He's in the Super Bowl again, year 1. Belichick was 7-9. Yeah, Brady stacked the deck in his favor, but whatever. And Brady wasn't even great last night until he needed to be. Then he made the plays.
That's just the most asinine opinion I've ever heard you give. Aaron Rodgers choke. Please. Aaron Rodgers was one. Tom Brady was really, really struggling with it.
But he's right. Tom Brady, this game, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions. His defense basically carried him this game. But hey, that's the way it goes. Your defense carries you. Your defense is supposed to carry you when you make mistakes. It's supposed to pick you up. That's the whole thing in sports. You make a mistake, somebody picks you up. In baseball, you make an error. The pitcher's like, all right, I'm going to pick you up. Don't worry about it. You get a hit the next inning. But it's always about that, back and forth.
The second half of his 3 interceptions, okay? He was overthrown. He was underthrown. He threw in 3 interceptions. He missed open receivers. Don't get me started with that. That's number 1. Number 2, Matt LaFleur is on the record. LaFleur is on the record stating that the communication between the two should have been better. He said up there, said he should have let him know. He should have made him recognize the kind of mindset that he had. So he wasn't communicating with his quarterback. Just like he wasn't communicating with his defensive coordinator when he sat up there and left Kevin King alone, getting burnt all day, just schooled. You gonna sit up there and leave him in single coverage with no help over the top, with 6 seconds left in the half, with Tom Brady as your quarterback. And then the most egregious part of it all, the 4th and goal play, where you took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. Why do you do that, Max Kellerman? Let's dissect that for 1 second here. He's a 6-time champ.
All right, we understand where these guys stand on this. It's obvious that Stephen A. thinks that the coach choked, and it's obvious that Max thinks that the quarterback choked. And I think there's a little bit of blame to go around for both guys. It's unfortunate. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do these next season. If he's staying or not. Well, you know what? Let's hear from Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I didn't have a decision on that one. It wasn't my decision.
It wasn't my
I understand
decision.
thinking about 2 minutes with all of our timeouts, but it wasn't my decision.
Yeah, anytime it doesn't work out, you always regret it, right? But
this coach LaFleur now.
It was just the circumstances of having 3 shots and no yards, and knowing that you not only need the touchdown, but you need the 2-point. So the way I was looking at it was we essentially had 4 timeouts.
The way you were looking at it was wrong. You go for it. You got a quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers. You're going to have to score a touchdown. You're going to have to score twice anyway, even if you get the touchdown, and definitely not if you go for the field goal. So you go for it, man. You got Aaron Rodgers. Why not?
With the 2-minute warning. And, we knew we needed to get a stop. And I thought we were going to have a stop there at the end, but, we got called for the PI. And it didn't work out. So I think anytime something doesn't work out, do you regret it? Sure.
Oh, you think?
But we're always going to be process driven here. And the way our defense was battling, the way our defense was playing, I felt like it was the right decision to do.
How do you... The way your defense was playing, I don't know. Anyway, the final outcome was Tom Brady's going back to the Super Bowl for number 11. But on the flip side to that, you got the defending champion, the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes going into the Super Bowl for the 2nd time, defending his title. So it's like, old school versus new school. It's like a hip-hop battle in here. It's old school versus new school. It's David and Goliath. There's all the different terminology that are going to come up in these next couple of weeks before the Super Bowl that are going to be explaining, the young guy trying to take over the throne from Tom Brady. And, it's going to be crazy. We're going to hear a lot of that stuff.
Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. Being able to go up against one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of all time in his 150th Super Bowl. I mean, it's going to be a great.
I wonder if that was like a a subtle knock. I mean, I guess that's not a knock when you say he's 150 a Super Bowl, but I guess the exaggeration is warranted because that's what it feels like.
Great experience for me. I mean, to go out there and have a chance to repeat and get to do it against the best. I mean, it's something special, and I'm excited for the opportunity. Kobe has one of the best mentalities of all time as far as a competitor going out there and winning championships, not just winning games. And I take a lot from that, going out there every single day and not being satisfied with where you're at. And like I said, the job's not finished. When we went into the season, we weren't talking about going to the Super Bowl. We were talking about winning it again, and we're trying to run it back. And we mean that, and I'm excited for the opportunity to go out there and play against a great football team and try to do that.
Well, hey, yeah, it's going to be a great game. I mean, it's got to be a great game. You got Mahomes, who can basically throw it from anywhere on the field. They're unpredictable. You got Brady, who just when you think that he is done and over with and too old, stacks his team with people that he needs and his old partner Gronk, and they're back in the Super Bowl. So, it's definitely going to be a great game. Well, I hope it's going to be a great game. I don't see it being one-sided. I see it being a battle to the end. But one last person we need to hear from, and that's the GOAT himself.
Can you talk into words what it's meant to be able to defy all those critics and naysayers?
Well, this is the ultimate team sport, and we've had a lot of people work really hard over a course of a period of time to get to this point. So, it's a tough journey to get here. So, to go on the road and win another road playoff game is just a great achievement. And now a home Super Bowl for the first time in NFL history, I think puts a lot of cool things in perspective. Anytime you're the first time doing something, it's usually a pretty good thing. So now we just got to go, have a great 2 weeks, prepare for whoever it is, and be ready.
All right. Can one person have any more good fortune than this guy right here? I mean, 6 Super Bowl championships, 11 Super Bowl appearances, married to a model, good looking, got millions of dollars. The title of cheater doesn't seem to stick to him. He's like Teflon Don. He can do no wrong. So I really wouldn't be surprised if on Super Bowl night, Tom Brady ends up, winning another Super Bowl. However, I would like to see the Chiefs repeat. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. And both teams, I wish the best. May the best team win. All that good stuff. So, as we're here, starting another week, there's still a lot of stuff going on in politics. Some good things. They're trying to roll out this COVID-19 vaccine a little quicker. But aside from that, we had two first-time appointments in this administration. You have Lloyd Austin, who's going to be the first Black Defense Secretary. First Black Defense Secretary, going to be head of the Pentagon, making moves. First Black guy to do that. Let's wish him luck, and because they're going to scrutinize every single move that he does. Everything that he does is going to be scrutinized 50 times. If he blows his nose wrong, it's going to be a national incident. So I wish you luck, Mr. Austin. And Janet Yellen is going to be the first female Treasury Secretary. That was announced today, I believe. Janet Yellen is going to be the first female Treasury Secretary. Same thing. She's going to be scrutinized for every single thing that she does. As I think everyone in this administration is happening right now. I mean, even the left news media is like on Biden, like, what are you doing? What's going on? How's this? I mean, I think they're in such combat mode that they can't get out of it. It's going to take a couple of months. The guy hasn't even been president for a week and a half, and it's like, everybody's just, what are you doing? This is a lie. This is not true. This is crazy. So I'm hoping that he doesn't have any kind of a stroke or anything like that. I shouldn't even say that. That's not funny. But he's kind of getting up there. What I have been saying to a couple of people, though, is that, as far as your Democratic leaders and Democratic caucus and what really should be happening in these next 4 years is that we need to locate and groom and find out who that person is going to be that's going to lead the Democratic Party into the future. Because let's face it, Biden's he's up there. You know, God bless him. He's doing his thing. He's healthy physically wise, but he's going to be what 80 something. When the next term rolls around. I mean, we really need to start building up and finding out who the next heir apparent is going to be, who that next person is going to be, who we're going to rally behind, who is going to be able to either unite the parties or find some kind of common ground. Because I really don't think that that's going to happen with Biden in these 4 years. 4 years seems like a lot of time, but it's really not a lot of time. Really, really not a lot of time. Before you know it, everything is over and done with, and you're running for re-election mostly toward the last year of the first term. So you're not even getting stuff new done. You're trying to savor and keep the old stuff that you've been trying to work on for the last 3 years, keep that alive so you can take it into the next 4. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. We shall see. Today, 9 lawmakers are set to present the Senate with the articles of impeachment. Or it's not even articles, it's article. It's one article, and I believe that is the inciting an insurrection. That's the article of impeachment, and then the other stuff, the other witnesses and things like that are going to be from, will support that particular article. But I think that's the only one that's going to be there. I'm so on the fence about this impeachment. I understand, the need for it, as far as, not allowing him to run for office again. But, is it really going to happen? Is the Senate really going to convict, are enough Republicans going to come over the line and actually do that? I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. And that's where I come in to wonder, is this a futile attempt? Is this a waste of time? And can we just move on to do other things? But it's going forward. It's going to happen. I think February 8th is the date of the trial. Trump has been getting himself together in his preparation to make sure that he has what he needs to defend himself. And we'll see what happens. But it's going to continue to be a trying time in this country. It's going to continue to be a time of, a lot of division, hopefully healing, but it's going to be rough, y'all. So get ready, because it's still a long ride going on. Next week, I'm going to try to incorporate again some new things. There's a new app that I want to be using, and I want to try to get you guys to call in. I have the ability. I would have had the ability tonight to have people actually call, and excuse me, be a part of the show. But because I couldn't use the other streaming app and I had to use my phone, that didn't work. But for future reference, if you want to call in to D.E City tonight, speak to me, Frank Dez, you can call 732-955-4931. 732-955-4931. So next week, we definitely should be rocking and rolling with that, and you'll be able to call in and give your opinion on one of the things that I'm going to say, or some of the things that I'm going to say, or whatever it is. You call it with a joke. You can call in with a request for a topic in the future. I just want to start to get more interactive, and I was hoping I could do it this week. I have my Rodecaster Pro. It's not a commercial, but it's the Rodecaster Pro. This machine is ridiculous because it allows me to do so much. And when I'm able to actually link it up to the broadcast, you're going to get such a better quality of sound. And it should be a lot of fun, because I think that having people being able to call in is going to be great. Before I go, I always talk about something from my youth. I always talk about something that we used to do. And I wanted to talk tonight about the comedic value of fear. It's funny how being so afraid can actually be hysterical when you look back on it. And even while it's happening in the moment, once you realize that the fear was just kind of unwarranted, it's hysterical. So it's kind of like that. It's the two feelings, that fear and laughter are two like uncontrollable emotions that you just kind of do. So they really do go together, even though they sound like they're opposite. But when I was young, me and my roommate, we used to go to great lengths to scare people. I mean, there was elaborate stuff. I mean, it would be like, we would take the fuses out of the fuse boxes. We would, we would put certain gloves on to make it look like the Freddy Krueger nails, and then we would have the moon shining in from the windows certain ways. I'll give you two examples of two things that we did. One was my sister lived on Marble Hill, and so she would go away on vacation, and bless her heart, she would trust me to stay with the apartment and house sit. So she knew. I mean, she's no fool. She just hoped that when she came back, the house would be totally destroyed, and it never was totally destroyed. Just little bits and pieces of things that were wrong, but never totally. Anyway, on this particular night, we decided that we were going to take our fear scams to a whole new level, and we had a party, we had a house full of people, and we started to talk about how the previous family was murdered in the attic. And everybody's like, whatever. So we go up to the attic because everybody wants to hear the story, and I'm telling the story of how, all the people, the father, it was like an Amityville kind of thing. He killed everyone, but the last person that he killed was his daughter. And my friend and I, prior to the party, had found an album. I forget the name of the album, because this is a long time ago. We've been talking about vinyl. And on that album, there's one section where there's a little girl, and the little girl says, "Daddy, I can't see you, Daddy. I can't see you." And we were able to bring a speaker up from downstairs and put it into the corner of the attic where you couldn't see it, and have a wire connected to the record player. And as I was telling that part of the story, my boy turned on that part of the music, turned on that part of the record. And in the middle of me saying how she was hung on a hook, I happened to turn around and grab, which I didn't know, it was perfect placement. I grabbed the hook that was on top of the attic, on the archway. It was there. I guess they used to hang clothes, whatever it was there for, but it was there and it was perfect. And I grabbed the hook and I was like, and this is the hook right here. And as soon as I said that, God bless him with his timing, he put on the little girl's voice. And the little girl's voice comes out in the middle of a dark attic while I'm holding onto a hook talking about a murder. "I can't see you, Daddy. I can't see you." And you had to see about 20 people run down a narrow flight of stairs that was spiral and almost kill themselves trying to get downstairs to the apartment because the spirit of the little murdered girl was coming after them. I mean, at least that's what they felt. And it was the most potentially dangerous, horrific thing because people could have got trampled and somebody could have really gotten hurt, and it was hysterical. It was the most hysterical thing. And that's kind of stuff that we used to do all the time. And the last one I'll tell you about, which is a little bit cool, we used to stay at a friend's house in the projects on Washington Avenue. And anyway, he had a little girl. He had a little baby girl. And his sister-in-law, or his wife's sister, cousin, whatever the case is, they were babysitting, and we were hanging out in the apartment because that's what we did. Because that's when we all did music. So there's all kind of music equipment in there and everything. And we take the speaker and we put the speaker underneath the baby's crib. We put it underneath the baby's crib, and then we take a wire and we throw it from one window to the other window, bring it into the house so we can't see it. It's behind the bed, and we plug the speaker in. And now we wait, and we have, I don't know if you know this, but this movie is the one movie that scares the hell out of me is The Exorcist. So we have The Exorcist music, and then we have her cousin, one of us, I forget who was doing it, but they were doing the baby talking. They were waiting. So what are we gonna say? What are we gonna say when they come in? So we don't know. We'll figure out when they come in. So they come into the apartment. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We have everything set up. We're acting like we're asleep. They get inside the room, and the baby's sleeping, and they get inside their bed, and we wait. We wait for a little bit of time, and then we're like, all right, now we're gonna do it now. And we get on the mic, and we turn on the Exorcist music. And it's real eerie. I hate that song. And then and all we heard was my boy in the bedroom jump up. What the? And he freaked out. They woke up the baby. They came running out. They were really pissed at us. I can understand that. I get that. That was a little bit over the line with the baby and stuff. But it was hysterical. It was one of the best pranks that we done. And there was a lot of stuff that we did like that. But we would go to great lengths to try to scare people. It's fun. And, you know, that's the kind of things you do when you're young. You know, and you don't have a lot of money to go out and actually enjoy yourself. You gotta make stuff up. So people, enjoy yourself, have fun. You know, this is a crazy time in life. I'll be back next week with some more tricks and some more fun, and hopefully we can get some more things done. This has been D.E N City Tonight with Frank Dez, episode 6. My people, embrace your failures. It prepares you for success. You got me? Embrace those failures because it prepares you for success. Peace out. I love you. See you next week.